This video is sponsored by SuperX. Hey fanboys, hey fangirls, Carnell Holly here. SuperX has partnered up with Hasbro to bring us officially licensed Power Rangers activewear. And they are currently on their Series 3 Power Rangers launch. Now, these super suits are on limited runs because they are going fast. So place your order today, not tomorrow, but today. The link is in the description. But don't forget to use my discount code Carnell to save on your purchase.
The show? Were you a fan of the show? Had you looked at it before?
I mean, everyone knows about Power Rangers.
It's just an echelon.
Oh, for sure. But in New Zealand, we actually had the show banned for like kids fighting in the playground.
Oh yeah.
So I never actually got to watch the show. So I didn't grow up like a fan, but I've always been a fan of just like it films a lot in New Zealand. Like I know that, and the artwork and the villain costumes and everything. I've always been a massive fan of like, I don't know, all that stuff. And like when people cosplay, I'm always like geeking out because I'm like, that's so cool, you know?
Yeah, that's always the neatest part, seeing what elements they have put into the costume.
100%. And they like make it their own, you know? With,
exactly.
Like,
They do.
I saw the Charizard Power Ranger yesterday.
yeah.
That was sick.
What a mashup! Like all of these mashups, and even
Yeah.
like the Tyrannosaurus Century Ranger there. Like,
Yeah.
everybody puts their own
It's so
flair
cool.
on all these amazing characters.
100%.
So it's cool. You've had good experiences then. How many cons have you done so far?
This is my second.
Second ever.
Yeah.
Wow.
And my first one.
Hey, get up. Thank you for the first one. You're going to have to come back to a second one, and I hope you can do a third one. She said, "Well, never a third one."
Yeah, hopefully.
After this panel, not happening. That's cool. Yeah. So this show. So you started with Cosmic Fury with Nickelodeon, and it moved over to Netflix on the show. Did anything change production-wise while that happened, or did it feel very much the same, besides new costumes and stuff?
To be fair, I don't think I was in the first couple seasons enough to see much of a difference.
Makes sense. More of a reoccurring guest as opposed
Yeah,
to
exactly.
a ranger.
But yeah, I think we had a lot of the same core crew, which helped keep the vibe at least on set the same. Yeah.
Before the others get here, did everybody get along? You all have a good time?
Yeah.
Dish, come on, girl.
Oh my god.
Everyone's got
It's
some
my
tea.
first panel. Don't do this to me.
You didn't do a panel at the other convention? This is it? Oh, I love it. No, this is great. We're gonna ruin her for Power Rangers
Oh my
forever.
gosh,
No.
I'm not coming back. No, kidding.
I knew it was gonna be me that caused that.
It's gonna be your fault. But
Well, most things are here at Rangerstop. I take the blame for that.
yeah. But it's like, how does it feel to like be a part of this amazing franchise now?
And of course, not just the franchise. Obviously, the first openly LGBTQ characters on the show. An
Yes.
amazing milestone that you would think. Please applaud that. ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
I know we're in Atlanta. We're not in Orlando, so I'm not going to make a political statement about anything because I don't know how it is up here. But I will say that it shouldn't even be something that we have to think about. Oh, there's that. It should be so normal that like it's not even a thing. But was there any? However you want to answer this question, any feedback from your characters that way that you got from anybody, or have you gotten any positive from that? Yeah, I don't know what I'm asking.
I mean,
You understand?
I've only been getting positive
It's
feedback
huge.
about that, you
It's
know,
the
and I think it's
hugest
so
of things.
telling the way that people are reacting to it, you know? It's just everyone has wanted it for so long, and I mean, people always say, but love is love, right? You know, two characters falling in love it doesn't matter who they are, as long as the intentions are pure and they both want to be there. That's what people want to see, right?
I think that's amazing. And that's
Beautiful.
what I wanted to say about the show is that the beauty of it is it wasn't written where it felt like that was the plot. It's just like you said, it's not anything out of the ordinary. Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Russell Curry! That's my boy. I met him just last night for the first time, and I feel like he's been doing conventions with us forever. He's such an amazing personality, and you even wore your Ranger colors too. Go Dino Fury. Good man. Welcome home, or welcome to the park. Welcome home. You can tell I work at the vacation. This is great.
I feel like I'm at home.
I'm glad you feel at home with us, man. It's great to have you again. It's great to be seeing you up here. Yeah. How's your morning?
Great to be here.
Good, cool.
That's good. Wait,
Grab. Yeah, there's enough for all of us at the moment until the rest of the team comes in.
we have so many mics. Well,
We do.
we have so many mics.
The trick is only 2 of them work at a time. And they change. No, I'm just kidding. They don't change. It's all part of the fun.
Which mic will it be?
That's what it's all for, man. Well, welcome. It's good times. How many, we were talking, this is only her 2nd convention she's ever done. Jacqueline there. So, how about you, Russ? Have you done a bunch of these, or?
This is my first. Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming, man. I'm so glad you made it.
It's been a wonderful experience so far.
When I saw you on the stage last night, when we talked for a little bit with the Red Rangers that were up here, if you were lucky enough to see that, it didn't feel like you were new to this at all, my friend. It seemed like old hat, like we were just having a conversation.
I mean, that's how it should be, right?
I agree, and thank you for being a part of it. Thank
you
coming
for
through.
having me.
It's
Yeah.
awesome. It's awesome.
It's good to see all of you. All this Red Ranger support too is beautiful.
That's it, right? You gotta love
I
it.
love it. Ranger support in general is beautiful, but yeah, thank you all for being here, for real.
I want to ask you, since you were a team leader of the series. Obviously, the Power Rangers are an ensemble. There is no Aiyon team, but Red Ranger is sort of series lead, if you wanted to call it that. So, when you went in to audition for Power Rangers, did you have a history with this series? And whether you did or didn't, what was the emotional weight of the Red Ranger to you when you got the position?
So, people are always very surprised to hear this, but when we do the audition process, we don't know which ranger we're not auditioning for a specific ranger. We're just auditioning to be part of the team.
So
and
it really is a no Aiyon team ensemble.
Yeah,
That's cool. Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, we just are sort of put into the role based on how the production sees us fitting in. But I, growing up, watched Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I was 6 years old when the show came out. Clap it up for the OGs.
Do you remember your first episode that you ever saw? Did you see the very first one, or do you remember your first episode?
Oh gosh, I could not tell you, honestly. I mean, that's 30 years ago.
I mean, I told them that I remembered mine, so I'm just,
I really wish I could. I mean, look,
but yeah, it's awesome. From the beginning, from the show.
Yeah, I was in love with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, like everybody else was at that time. You know, if you were alive to see it, or if you were around that age group, when you like, there's really nothing like it. It's like captivating the entire world. And Jason was my favorite Ranger. Red is my favorite color. People don't believe me. People are like, "Oh, you have to say that red's your favorite color now that you're the Red Ranger." Mm-hmm. No, red is actually my favorite color. It always has been. And
ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, I want to continue the story, Kelson, Henderson, and Campbell, Cooley! Welcome home, my friend. Yeah. What's up? Let's all have everybody stand up and slide down one chair just to see if our knees still work. Mine don't. That was great.
Your knees are great.
There we go. Do you want to step up? Oh, I just got boomed. You want to step by, Kelson, you want to say? You got the orange on, like, yeah. There it is, yeah. All right, there we go. I'll slide. These chairs are really having a good time right now. There we go.
They're great.
Awesome. We got 11 people on the stage that fits 4.
We've got more people on.
I'm not even kidding. This is great. We got room for everybody. If we can get these chairs out of here, let's do that. Go.
I'm gonna say it's a wobbly show.
Please welcome the remaining Cosmic Fury Rangers, Hunter Dino. And what's going on, Mike? Chance, how are you, bro?
Good, how are you doing?
Good, it's so great to see you guys. We got the Rangers here, and we are making that magic happen. What's going on? Good to see you. Woo. This is cool. Look at the full house up there all of a sudden, huh, guys? Cosmic Fury action. Oh yeah, there's a power switch on some of them.
Hey, everybody.
And there's a one here. Maybe Kelson can go there. Hunter and these guys here. Yeah. Oh, I think we just do X's for the rest of the diet. Yeah. Oh, what's going on, Jordon? What's up, man? Hey! Full Ranger power. Ah, man. Cool. We've got such an amazing group of people up here, guys. Now, the idea is that we play a little game at some point before this panel is done, but the most important thing is that we just get to talk to and hear from some of our amazing cast members. But before we leap into our superhero teams here, we've already got to hear from the amazing Red Ranger. I want to talk to one of the villains on this series, actually a couple of the villains on the series. You can't have good guys without bad guys, right? And I want to start with, what, you a bad guy? No, he's just misunderstood. Yeah, I love this. I love that, man.
True.
It's really true, actually. When you put that series. But I still want to bring it down to both of you guys anyway. Sorry, Campbell, good time. Voice acting with the Power Rangers. I want to start with that, man. What do you got going on? You've been so many different characters. Welcome. There it is. This is so great. The next Ranger's going to have to stand. I know. How are you? Good to see you again. Good morning.
I'm good evening. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good. Oh, it is afternoon now.
Yeah.
I'm live, guys. Hello. Say hi.
Rangerstop and POP. I
We're
love
doing a
it.
panel. I figured I'd go live for you guys.
Why not? That's what it's all for. We're having a good time. Campbell here. Yeah, I know, right? Campbell was the voice of some of the coolest monsters, Scrozzle, and several others. Go ahead and talk to us about that, man. You don't get to work with these guys quite the same as they do.
No, I don't. But I mean, it's just like, wow. The reality of working on the show still hasn't hit me, even though I've been working on it since 2005. I mean, it's just the most amazing franchise anybody could be a part of, and I'm so fortunate to be a part of it. So many stories. I wouldn't even know where to begin. You know. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm really underwhelming right now. I'm just so caught up with being with my friends and family and everything. So, yeah, thank you so much. I mean, you guys are what make this work. So.
Thanks, bro. It's so cool to have you. And, it's just so neat to have a group of Power Rangers that are in your position, because despite having been the amazing Dino Fury cast, there's only ever really been one 10-episode like serialized version of the show with your Cosmic Fury that not only had returning characters but like an ongoing continuous plot line. And when you got to that version of the show, did it feel any different when making it than the regular episodics, or was it still the same kind of daily job at that point with what you were doing? Anybody can answer, of course.
Well, for us, we did block scheduling, and we just continue that with Cosmic Fury. So for me, it didn't really feel that different. Obviously, 1 month of filming versus 9 months of filming is different. It's like a little different, but I don't know if like the regular day-to-day filming was that much different, because we still did like 3 episodes per block, and that was basically what we did for Dino.
Yeah, I feel like it was because in the first block of shooting for Dino Fury, we had you'd get to month 8 and we'd be like, oh, there's this one scene from episode 3 that we need to just jump in and do. But when we did Cosmic Fury, it was like all of that was in the last week after 4 weeks. So that was kind of different and quite stressful. But yeah, I think you're right. Other than that, quite similar.
We kept the blocking
and
schedule.
then cinematically and stuff, story-wise and everything, the show was obviously a little bit different and had a bit of a shift. But I think filming still felt.
Yeah.
We were just all like, oh my god, we can't believe we're back here. Yeah. So that was kind of all that was going through our minds.
That's good. It is so neat too, because it's not every day that you get to keep the same cast when going into a new series, especially when the series changes so like it did. So, which is neat too, bringing back characters from different versions of the franchise. Kelson, it's I love that. Kelson Henderson, ladies and gentlemen, has been a Power Rangers legend also since 2004, starting as a record producer on Power Rangers Dino Thunder, becoming so many different amazing characters, Boom and the like. But for Cosmic Fury's sake, how was it to, not how was it to return, that's a common question. It was good, I got a job. But when they're writing it, yes, exactly. When they're putting the story together, was it like, Kelson for sure, this character for sure? Had they approached you prior to the season, or did you say, hey, can I please do this? I didn't, it's not how Hollywood works, but. I love that Hunter's got it. I like that. Like,
I wish it were.
Yeah, it's like, let me just ask for the job. No, it's like,
Yeah, right.
No, they invited me back. It was lovely.
It really was that, so that's good that you had it.
I think every other character I had to audition and re-audition, even first time Mick, but then then I think they obviously had an idea with Mick that he could be a character that could leap into seasons and share a little bit of information and push the plot forward and then disappear again. So yeah, I was invited back for that, so it was very, very lovely.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. And I'm glad you came back, and I think the audience is too. Very cool. I want to bring it down here. Everyone's going to get a clap. I know, Jordan, I walked by you back there, but we'll come back. I want to bring it to Jordon and Russell. Your characters here have a different dynamic than the rest of the series. You get the opportunity to have had a past together, to grow together, to conflict with one another. And I wanted to ask specifically...
Well, he left me at the end, so...
No, he's still bitter, I see.
I'm always here for you.
That's literally the scene, yeah.
I will always be there.
That's the scene. Oh, no. That was what I was going to say. A scene like that is not something that every Power Rangers series gets to have. It's not a moment like that. When you guys worked together, was it anything extra for you? Or did you just have some good times and do it? Or did you practice? I mean, you're friends, obviously, so that makes it work a little bit better.
We're brothers.
He's like, yeah, I guess. Russell's like, I don't know about brothers.
Because it's the Rafcon way.
I love that.
Because it was the Rafcon way.
That's it. I love that.
You too, Jared.
One more time.
Because it was the Rafcon way. That last one really felt nice.
You got that was a togetherness that you just don't get every time.
But we can answer your question also.
Yeah, sure, cool.
Eventually, if you'd want us to. I think Jordon joined us later. He actually flew out to New Zealand later because he showed up in the show later, and we got to have. He didn't get to join us for our initial rehearsal process and our character building process, but we made sure to have some time. Just.
Sorry.
No, for real though. Shut up.
No.
I know.
That's the family. That's the family.
This is yeah. We're just it's all love up here. Just for the record, we're all just kidding. But we did make sure to have some time to rehearse together, to really work on our backstory and our relationship. And I thought it was really special because everybody else had Amelia and Ollie are kind of a pair. Javi and
Kind of.
Yeah. They're a pair.
It's a situationship.
That's how you put it.
Javi and Izzy are obviously brother and sister, and I didn't have a person to work off of or work with. And when he came to town, when he came to New Zealand, I finally had my person.
Oh yeah.
I was really happy with that.
I think it's great that you guys have such an amazing connection with one another because I feel like it's always so
I was like,
nice.
who's talking? I was like, who's talking?
God is a woman.
Have to pre-recorded her lines for this? This is great.
No, don't pay attention. I'm not here.
No, you're in the face.
Yeah, but I feel like it's so amazing that you guys have such a great connection. Not only are you giving everybody a story, you all are making your own stories as a pair and working with each other and spending all these times while you see everybody else as Rangers and you think, oh, I want to do that too. And you finally get to have that. How does that feel for you guys? To be a part of this, but also make really great friendships.
We hate each other in real life.
We don't get along.
That's the best acting is
Oh my God, turned off.
You like each other. Oh, that was on purpose.
Yeah, I think I can't speak for everyone.
I'll turn it back on.
But I think I feel very lucky because you don't get to choose who you're cast with. No. It is a family in that way, right? You don't actually have a choice in who is in your family. And so you never know and different people, all people can be great people, not everyone is compatible. So working together is, it's a long time, it's long hours, it can get kind of tough and get quite tiring. And so to have a group of people that actually really do get along, really all want to work hard and create this story together, all want to have a good time, I feel very, very lucky. And I think it translates on the screen. I think you can feel that we actually do just genuinely love each other. No!
Get that out of
It's a testament. It's obvious that it's like that. And I never really thought about it. It is like family. You don't choose each other. So I'm glad you got a good group. We have so many different Ranger teams that come together for these events, and so many different people from walks of life. And the good news is many of them seem to get along, but this is one of the most genuine groups of people I've
You can
seen.
say the most. It's fine.
You can totally say the most.
It's definitely the case. You are the most. I want to say the most because it's everybody. It's not like, oh, 3 of you are close and some of you aren't. It's all of you. And even Kelson is. Uncle
including the
Kelson
rest.
too.
Yeah, anybody who is a part of the cast is family.
But it's such a neat thing to get to. Even this, you can feel the energy of it. We haven't talked to or about Chance yet, and Javi and his character and all the cool stuff he's done. So I'm going to bring it down here. I love that. I was going to say, and that's one of the neat things too, Rangers don't usually get mortally wounded the way you were, and had the that was neat, and that was a fun character development and growth for you, and seeing the thing grow. But as far as the team goes, the musical elements, the fun with it, what did you draw from to play your guy? Was it just you being you? I'm serious. Yeah, I mean, he literally took his arm off for the role, so that's cool. That's good method acting.
Yeah, that was
without an arm.
That was an intense scene. That was actually the first day of filming Cosmic Fury. Was that? And obviously we knew it was happening going into it. And I felt like it was just something that I really wanted to do well and portray well, because a lot of people go through something like that. And so I did a lot of research beforehand, and I just wanted to play that to the best of my ability. So that was a lot of fun, that character development and growing in with Javi in that way. And I think just playing Javi in general is so much fun. Like, he's such like a fun little guy.
Like you have fun with the character.
I really do.
Yeah.
And I am a musician, and I have been since I was like 16 years old. So to be able to put that into Javi as a character and like kind of pull that from my own being, we are one. So yeah, love that character.
Let the power protect you, man. That's awesome.
But
That's
I feel
awesome.
like it's like Jacqueline.
Yeah.
How does it feel? How does it feel to be the Orange Ranger now? How is that?
There have only been 2 Orange Rangers, and the other one's also up here. Yes! And the other one's also here, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
Amazing. So much fun. Super lucky to be a Ranger. I feel like I watched them in the first season and I was like, oh my gosh, they're so cool. And then that season rolled around and they were like, hey, you wanna join our team? And I was like, yeah, that's right.
She's so good. Is
And
she
it
not
looks
like
like-
so good as Orange Ranger? Does she not slay? Can I do that?
She's literally the cutest thing ever.
Slay!
So adorable.
And it looks like you're having such an amazing time as the Orange Ranger, and you fit it so well.
Thank you.
Yes.
Loving it for sure. Learning from Kelson, you know? The OG.
I love how it's like Kelson, the OG from like 05. Yeah. It's so true though.
I always say Kelson is the OG and I am the OJ.
That's good. I love that.
That's great.
That was cool.
It's almost as cute as you.
Aww. That's a really nice statement. Did you guys hear this? She's like, it's almost as cute as you. They really love each other, you guys. It's a great team.
Oh, you can tell?
No, I guess so.
Man, we're doing
Just good acting. Good acting, Jordan. Yeah. Speaking of good acting, well, I mean, this is a passage. I know. Speaking of good acting, let's bring in some actors. No, you guys are the best. This is one of the few seasons, I gotta save that now, where all of the main villain characters really went through a really cool story of their own. And Jared, I know I skipped over you earlier to talk about this, but maybe it's because of all the characters, you had one of the bigger reveals and changes through the course of the 2 seasons. And I want to talk to you about that, and then I also want to talk to you, Campbell, about that same thing, redemption for your characters, and you get to actually have some real FaceTime as yourself on the show too. So we'll start with you, Jared. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was really fortunate in the story arc that my character had. we all saw Void Knight come into the Dino Fury quite angry, and and people were in his way, particularly the Rangers. And what's that? Okay. And to know, like, I knew early on why Void Knight was this way, and so I was able to sort of invest, this feeling of loss and of a child and trying to save my wife, and investing that into the motivation as to why he's fighting with the Rangers, not purely because he's evil, but because he has a legitimate reason to try and save his wife and leave Earth, because clearly they're not wanted there. That's how it felt. And I've said this before. I kind of knew what was going on. Hunter had no idea. Nope. So it was hard to try and keep that a secret from her.
You knew from the whole time?
They told
Very
you.
early
You knew
on.
the whole time?
The whole time? I didn't even know that.
This is new information.
Oh, we'll
That's
have a
really-
talk later.
It's really honestly though, it's a surprise that they did tell you. To be fair, most actors get it halfway through the season. They're like, "I'm a robot." What? No.
Yeah, it was, like I said,
For example.
it was great. Actory term motivation.
It was.
And so it was nice to be able to sort of bring that round and finally fight alongside the Rangers. So yeah, to cut a long story short. So yeah, it was great. I really enjoyed it, and I'm really thankful that I got to play this part.
I'd like to make you an honorary Purple Ranger for our season. I feel like you have to be, right? You're on the boy next year. Are you guys cool with that?
Yeah, of course.
I didn't ask you guys. Sorry.
You're the Red Ranger. You're the leader.
Yeah.
I guess I don't have to
Yeah,
ask
sure.
you guys no more.
I'm so sorry.
But I value your opinions.
Yeah. Hunter wasn't always good at spelling. She does put an I in team, like every time. So it's a silent.
I've never put
There is a man.
Let's make that clear.
It's not very nice. I know.
I have a question though. I do have a question.
Ooh.
How do you ask Jared a question and not get lost in his eyes? I haven't been able to.
That's years of practice, but not with Jared. No,
Steve,
but
stop looking at me like that.
he knows my name, you guys. No, but yeah, you can see the love in this group, in this cast.
He's so lost. Look at him.
It is true.
So the answer is you don't.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess the
you
answer is
always
you
get
don't.
lost. I will warn each and every one of you. You will get lost in Jared's eyes if you go to his table.
There's a.
I did earlier.
There's
Yep.
a.
See? Yep.
There's a
It's real.
at this
It's
side of
real.
the table. Yeah, there's a warmth down here. It's great. Yes, girl. You gotta put the A's in there instead of the E's. Yes. Yeah.
That's true.
Yes, girl. Yes, queen. There it is. So anyway, yeah.
There we go.
So good redemption. Oh, yes. Well stated. I love that. Anyway, Jared, beautiful eyes. Yeah. But that's good. Campbell, I want to bring it here now. Let's turn the mood. No, I'm just kidding. No. Whoa. It's not that. Oh yeah, that was its own beast. Its own beast. But for you, for our sake, for your character, not just the one character. You were on multiple seasons with multiple in-depth versions of a character. At one point, you're like, okay, I'm the voice actor for this, so I'm doing the part, blah, blah. But there's a, thank you, by the way. Thank you. So when you're in there doing the character, but then you have depth, you have more to it than that. When did you realize, hey, I'm gonna get to grow, or I'm just doing a read?
That's really hard to say. I mean, like, anybody working on this show, and let me just say in advance, this is a really hard show to get cast in, not just for the actors, but also the voice actors. There were so many voice actors back in New Zealand trying to get work on the show, and it was really hard to get your foot in the door. So when I did my first thing for SPD, I thought, okay, I'm done and dusted. And then they just kept bringing me back, and I thought, oh, this is kind of cool, and I get to play a monster every now and then. It wasn't until Megaforce where I played an ongoing main villain where I thought, oh wow, I'm part of something really kind of big. And then I thought, well, okay, I'm done. I'm not going to, do another main character. And then it just kept bringing me back and bringing me back. And
when you're good to work with, I guess that helps. Yeah, obviously they like you because you're a good guy. Yeah, right. As we all pause to compliment you. I like, not just me, the team did it. You see? They don't have to say that. Yes, it's also, this is also, of all the casts, and I'm not knocking or saying anything else, one of the only ones where the voice cast and the Ranger cast do interact as much as you guys do. Because a lot of the voice actors, they don't even do panels with the cast of the season they're from.
Right.
So it goes to include even more.
And that's probably been one of the hardest things about working on the show is that, I got to work on all these amazing seasons, but I actually never really met anybody until probably Beast Morphers, because they were bringing me in to work as a voice director as well. So there were entire seasons where I might have been a main character, and I didn't know anyone else on the show. Dino Charge, everyone just thinks I knew Ryan. I didn't meet Ryan until 10 years later. But just once we got to Dino Fury, and I was perfectly happy. Once it finished Scrozzle, I thought I can die happy. I didn't think I was going to do any. I didn't think I was
50 years or so. Then.
I figured they're not going to bring me back for anything, and I wasn't even going to audition for Dino Fury, and Simon specifically requested that I audition for Slyther, and I was just astonished. I was like, what am I going to do for this character? And anyway, the thing that I really like about Dino Fury is that it was the first time I got to have a sidekick. I love Mucus. I love Mucus so much. And the one thing that I only probably just made the realization of is that Cosmic Fury really, Dino Fury, is probably the first show in the show's history where all the main villains got redeemed.
Everybody.
How cool is that?
It's the season of first.
Yeah, we really are.
But I do want to say this about Campbell, guys. Literally, my first day in ADR, that man right there,
I remember.
saved and helped my soul. Guys, I think I had
That sounds like your character.
82.
It was more than 82, brother. It was 130 cues.
I had 132, guys. It was a long time ago.
So you was in the suit for so much of it, right? You were in the suit for so much of that first episode.
For my first episode, I was in the suit a lot, so I had a lot of ADR. And then, man, I've never done that a day in my life, and he just made it so much easier for me. He worked with me through it, and like I said again, I said it multiple times, and every time we see each other, man, thank you so much.
No, thank you. Honestly, it was a joy. It was a real joy.
I know.
And it doesn't surprise me to hear stories like that. Just having met you and talked to you, it's really neat to work with people like that. I mean, good people.
He's also not only, can I just say, I think it's important that we say, not only is he insanely talented, he has so much versatility in his performance and in his voice. He's also a wonderful human being to work with and spend time with. He's got such a wonderful, calming, grounded energy. He loves what he does. He's so open and welcoming. And I think he is.
Still in the series after so long.
No. He should be a Power Ranger, really. That's who should be a
Honorary.
You're not making me cry.
Teal. Slyther was teal. You can be honorary Teal Ranger. Right? Slyther was teal.
Teal, yeah. I love teal.
Honorary teal. Honorary. And then what do you want?
He is orange.
Kelson's gonna be. You already have orange.
Old orange.
Oh, you just be old orange. You can be that dingy old orange. We got this really nice bright orange, and then we got
OG orange, OJ orange, right?
OG and OJ, yeah. It's all, yeah. You're a little fermented, Kelsey, but that's okay. Oh, man. Yikes, yeah.
But isn't it amazing for them, right?
We got more questions, right?
We do face-offs right in the audience. Go, Jay, yeah. This is a great group.
Oh no, I was saying how did it feel working with an OG Ranger, Billy, and then also being with Zordon. Well, not Zordon, but
Russell played a great.
I know.
Lord Zed. How was that?
Well,
doing that.
Honestly, David was amazing.
Yeah.
He.
For David Yost.
I don't know about for the others, but I was really nervous to work with him because
Same.
it's Billy Cranston. What do you mean?
Did he bring when he came back to the show? Was he just stepping right back into being Billy?
Yes. He stepped right in and brought like such a good energy. And you know what? He is so funny because like
so
in rehearsals, you would never know. He records everything.
Oh, wow.
He has a backlog on his phone of like behind the scenes, and like you would never know until all of a sudden he'd be like.
So David's like the blackmailing
You should've
person
just
in
told
Hollywood, and
me.
that's why he's still
Maybe
And we tried so hard at first. I think. Tell me if I'm wrong. We all tried really, really hard to remain very professional.
Yes.
We had
Instead of being like,
we love you. We have this OG person here. We want to show them that we can put on a good thing without geeking out about it. And so on.
And we built up quite a natural rapport with each other. So we were quite calm and kind of comfortable in each other's spaces. We knew each other's humor. We knew each other's lines.
And he hopped right in there.
We had no idea with him, and he's this like legend. And so I think all of us were a little bit like at first, and then bit by bit, he just started to show his true colours in the most beautiful way. And he's so funny and he's so cheeky. And every time that it would happen, we'd all be like, ha, ha, ha. We get so excited. And by the end, I think we all just felt like best buds.
We have like little things that we, like the whole don't look at, this thing below your waist, doing it below your waist, like, and get a punch you on over. Yeah. We taught him that. He even got us. For some reason, we were big dabbers on our set. I don't know why. We taught him that. Don't know why. But he was, I don't know, he was really great.
I want to see David do
He was great. I was really nervous to do that one scene that I had with him. Like Billy and Amelia had that, like, he was like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, I know what's best for my team. I was like, does Amelia really want to say that to Billy Chris?
That's neat that even you're thinking of in those.
Yeah, so I was obviously nervous for that scene because I don't know, it was just like a really big scene with a really like OG person, We had ran through it the day of and everything, and it was great. And he was we snapped right through it. It was so easy, but I was really nervous to have that, and he made it very comfortable. It was very great.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And all of you played it well. Fantastic.
Go David! I wish he was here. If you're watching this, David, we miss you.
Yeah, he's definitely watching this. Oh man, so out of all of the series, both Dino and Cosmic Fury, it might be the same, it might be a different one. Do any of you have one defining, this is my moment from this show? Not the character, but when you are like, this is the memory that if it all got erased is the one I want to keep. And it can be, that's going to be a long answer because I love that all of you have so many compared to some casts. It's like, there was the one time we had lunch together, and I guess it was fun.
I will probably regret this because there'll be like 10,000 more that come into my brain as soon as I say it out loud. But the first thing that came into my mind was the heavy metal monster band. It was so hot that day, and we had to fight for like Powerades. Let's not get into it. But we were like in these incredible costumes that were just so epic. We were in this incredible quarry. We were on stage pretending to be rock stars, and we had masks on. And the like mask work is so great because you're completely like hidden without. It makes you kind of have to meet the requirements of this kind of added on part of yourself, and so you automatically go bigger. But you're also a lot more like confident because, at least for me, I'm like, no one can see my face. I can do what I want. And at the end of that day, I like felt like a rock star. It was the coolest. All of us on stage, like rocking out was just. That's
I love it. Oh man, yeah. Campbell, you can do one.
Sure. I'll try to keep this quick. So something that's not widely known is that when they were going to bring back Lord Zed for Dino Fury, I was one of the people that auditioned for it. And in a way, I kind of dodged a bullet because just auditioning for it wrecked my voice for a week. And the reality is I would never be able to, to try and do something Robert Axelrod did, that voice was perfection. So there's no way I would be able to match it. But, I did my best to come up with a facsimile. And I didn't get it, which is fine. And then when we got to the end of Cosmic Fury, and they had the scene where Scrozzle is being interviewed by the alien, and he's saying, "This is how we double-crossed Zed." I had no idea that we're actually going to have, when Scrozzle's impersonating Zed, they actually had me do it.
Oh, neat.
So when you hear it, that's actually me, not the guy who was doing the voice of Zed. So for me, that was kind of like, that was kind of cool. I was really glad.
Learn something new every day.
That's what's up, exactly.
Didn't know that.
Not too shabby. How about down there, guys? Anybody's welcome to answer.
I think I have 2 moments. One was when we were in the Ranger base and Zayto was like ascending into, the next
That's a good
world as a Morphin Master.
That's mine too.
Yeah, that was just so epic in so many ways, and we had gone through so much of the season already, and like that kind of felt like, I don't know, like we were all crying and just really enjoying each other's company in that moment. And then the other one for me was the last episode, the concert. Yeah. That was. Yeah.
Also cried on that day, but
Did you film that at all last? That would have been a neat
it
finale
was the
scene.
second to last day.
Okay, that would have been a neat way to go out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that one stands out to me in particular because my wife and daughter got to be in a cameo shot. Yeah. So that was really cool.
What was your second one? Did you have 2?
That was the second one. The first one was the.
First one was the Ascension.
You right. I just wanted to make sure you got it all out. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I love that. Hold with the applause.
Yes.
No. Anybody else got one? Anybody else want to do that question? It's not, you don't have to. Yeah.
I have one. Just for like me personally, like not as my character. There was a scene after I morphed into the Ranger, like back in the kitchen where I was talking with Tessa.
Love that scene.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's okay. We get emotional here.
Yeah, no,
It's
I love
okay.
It's real.
I feel like that was the first time I felt really accepted in the group, and like really just the way Tessa was talking about it, and like her acceptance through the scene felt like acceptance through the team. You know?
I love you.
Look at this group. Look at this group. This is a rare group of people that get to come together like this. There's been some amazing. Are you all right? That looked like it hurt. Yo, yeah. That's all right. Just bruise the other side and you'll have a matching pair. Yeah. Ouch. Does it hurt? Yeah.
I just also want to say, I'm just gonna echo what Chance said. Like that moment we got, and that was also towards the end of our shoot. The last moment of me getting to say goodbye to the team was like, it was like we all got to sort of say goodbye to these roles, like to this thing that we had been building for the last 2 years at that point. Like those tears were real, man. Oh my gosh. You know, we ended up using an edit that had a few less tears, but we were I literally had to take a moment and like excuse myself and like go to the trailer and just cry.
I remember not being able to like look at you before the take because like it would I couldn't. I was like, I can't look at you in the eyes right now.
And I was like, please don't.
Yeah.
Because there's no way we get through this scene otherwise. And it was just like,
There was so much snot crying.
It was, But it was just a testament to how much we all love each other. It was such a special moment. And I tear up every time watching that scene myself. So, yeah.
I have 2, and I'll try to be fast, sorry. When we wrapped Dino Fury, wrapped, yeah. If some of you aren't familiar with like Maori culture or like Pacific Islander culture, a haka is a very respected thing to receive from someone. I have never done that I've never received that. I don't know about you guys, but we had everybody on set for when they called rap, and I don't know how many people, like 12 of the crew members? Maybe even more. They all, I don't know, who yelled first? Danu, right? Danu, who's in the suit of Solon, just screams because it starts with
Tribal,
yeah, like a from the heart, yeah. And I was like, I knew it immediately. I was like, oh no, I cannot. I'm already crying. It was the most, like, one of my favorite moments in my entire life receiving that haka, because, like, I just felt the respect from everybody there, and, like, apparently we are the first season for the crew to do that too as well. No. I guess they have never done that for a cast. So when I heard that, yes, Queen.
Yes, Queen.
And
yeah.
wait, real quick, you have a video of that on your Instagram, right?
I do have a video of that, yeah. So that's one, because I hope I never forget that. I hope I never forget that. And another personal one for me that, speaking of Dino as well, but when we filmed the scene where I turned red, it was, we had an hour at the end of the day, and that never happens, and they were like, let's do it. So it was very fast, and we went in, and we did it, and I asked for another take, yada yada, I won't get into that part. But since it was so fast, I wasn't able to, like, take in everything and everyone that was in the studio when it happened, because, so Dano pulled me aside after, and he was like, I need you to realize this, because I know that you weren't paying attention because you were in your zone. Apparently, there were so many women from, like, the office of production that have never visited set, that they wanted to visit set and watch that scene take place. And I guess I didn't get to look around, unfortunately, because I was so into it, but he sent me this, like, really lovely message and was like, I hope you know that I've been doing Rangers for how many years, and there are so many people that are here today watching this scene in particular because of what it means to them for being a part of Rangers for 30 years, and this is finally happening. Like, I don't know, there were so many people on set, and I guess I wish I had, like, looked around and, you know, smelled the roses in the moment, but that, I hope, I don't know, maybe one day I'll be like, you know what, I did look around. It's in there. You know what I'm saying?
Whether you are conscious of that moment or not, knowing how important that is, and knowing what an impact that had is the most amazing thing. And I have done these for many years, and this is the first time I've been emotional at someone's answer.
Oh, wow.
At one of these. No, that's not the first. I shouldn't say that. Other people have said good stories.
Either way.
But this is one of the most poignant moments in the Rangerverse. In the history of the thing, and it's the same kind of thing you would always want to say, well, it should be so normal that it doesn't matter that she's the Red Ranger. It should be so normal that it doesn't matter that they're in an LGBT relationship.
Right.
It should not be...
but that's what we're all about, and that's to show that that's all okay. That's life, that's normal, that's what it is.
Other groups didn't always get to do that, and you not only embraced that, but this as a team is a group of people who projects that even now. There are actors, and there are Power Rangers, and there are people who encourage the community, and you are all three of those, as opposed to just the... Yeah, and that's amazing. As a core, as a group of people. And this me rambling, I never ramble like this. You've known me a little while. Thanks, Tessa.
You're gonna make us all cry in a minute.
No, yeah.
Maybe we should change your have yourself.
We do, I do want to turn it around a little bit. Let some of the audience ask some questions, because you guys they're here for you, and then we've been talking so much. So put them up for these guys. Oh my gosh. Cosmic Fury, one of the greatest bands. If you do have one, I'm going to start. Oh, look, he's just like you. Yeah, he's got the vest. You go first. Who's going to say? What? Oh, what's your favorite scene? Did you have a favorite scene that anybody wanted to share that didn't yet? Yeah, did you want to do one? I didn't want to cut you off. Yeah. No, tell it. Dude.
I live in their responses, but I will say everyone talked about the end, so I'm going to be a little different, as Aiyon always is. I will say at the beginning, just me coming onto the team later than everyone else. Me traveling over to New Zealand, you know what I'm saying, alone, and you know, they all got to quarantine together, and then so I'll say with me being the youngest on the team, and me traveling, you know, at a young age by myself, once I got to New Zealand, they just made it a home for me, you know, just entering the team later than everyone else. So that was probably one of my favorite moments was just joining the team and then everyone making it a home for me and making me comfortable. So it was hard, but these guys up here on the stage made it so much easier for me. So love you guys, and I'll always appreciate you.
Can I just ask, do you guys remember our final morph in the Ranger base after Dino Fury?
Yeah.
And we were all there in the room by ourselves, and we did the thing.
When Paul turned on the lights, all of a sudden we were like,
That just came into my brain. It was a very wholesome moment. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
It was after
but
the
I just
hot
had to,
gust, so that's why I was like, I remember it.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, please.
Alright, hey everyone, this is Dan the Man, and first of all, it's so good to see all of you, and for Tessa, Jacqueline, and Russell, it's so good to finally meet you in person for the first time. And those that have met before, it's so good to see all of you again. So, my question is for all of you. So, what was your reaction when you found out that you got the role in Power Rangers? I mean, were you happy or excited? Did you do anything to celebrate? What was it?
I said absolutely nothing. I was so shocked. Got the email, I was just like, I get to be, like, my childhood is here. Like, what are we doing? Like, literally, I was so shocked. So, that's my short and sweet answer. Dan the Man.
Yeah.
Dan the Man. I remember, for some reason, I don't know, I guess I didn't do my research on like Ryu soldiers, so I didn't know that there wasn't a Yellow Ranger. So for some reason, someone had told me during the process that I was auditioning for the Yellow Ranger, so I wore yellow the entire time. I'm getting to the point. Yeah. So when my agent called, I was a little nervous about going to New Zealand. It was a new country I'd never been. I was going on my own. I was going for 9 months. Nobody can come see me. I couldn't leave because of COVID. So I was really nervous. So I just had to express my concerns to my agent, obviously. So he calls me on the phone. He was like, "Hi, Hunter." And I was like, "Hi." Get to the point. And because I knew he was calling about that. And he was like, "So, unfortunately, it looks like you're going to have to go to New Zealand." And that's how he told me. And he was like, "You're going to be the new Pink Ranger." And I said, "Pink? What happened to yellow?" And he goes, "Do you want me to ask them?" I said, No. Thank you. I was like, I'll take pink.
She's out. Thank you for saying yes to being Pink Ranger, because it's a great choice. Yeah.
I actually also got tricked by my agent a little bit. Yeah. So all of our processes were quite different, and I was also a little bit late. So I came quite late to pre-production, or a little bit late, and so I moved up to Auckland very, very quickly. Like in a day after I found out. But I was sort of on hold for a while. You get kind of put on hold and you're waiting to find out, you know. And I was put on hold for both the Ranger and Annie. Is that Benny's character's name?
Yeah.
Yeah, who was a different character's name at the time. And they'd said, if you don't get the Ranger, you'll probably get this other role. And I was like, sweet, okay. So I got the call from my agent. I was working in a supermarket and I'd missed his call, so I called him back at lunchtime. And he was like, "So I know that we talked about how, you know, if you didn't get the Ranger, you'd get this other role. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to have happened. Like you haven't been cast in this other role." And I was kind of like, "Oh, okay, like I'll keep working at the supermarket. I don't even care that much." And he was like, "Because you will not be able to play that because you're going to be playing a Power Ranger." And I was so angry at him. I was like, "How dare you do this to me?"
The
And I
agents
just
have to
started
have some fun
screaming.
somehow. Right? That's where their one
Oh,
moment with
they're
this.
sadists, they're absolute sadists. And I like screamed outside of the supermarket in my hometown and was just like,
Yeah.
I was just freaking out. And it was really, I had to go back in and finish my shift. It was a very strange feeling.
I quit. And
Pretty much. I was like, I'm out of here, bye, I'm leaving.
And then 20 minutes later, you're like, wait, I got another couple of weeks. I need to check. Let me go back in.
They tried to make me work my 2 weeks notice, and I was like, I'm so sorry, I've got to become a Power Ranger.
Sorry, I'm not going to do
Not
that.
this time. Yeah. Thanks, but no thanks on that one. Yeah.
Where's the no side?
Love that, yeah. Where's the no sign? Exactly. Chance, you want to do one?
Yeah. I remember I was in my living room and my agent, he FaceTime called me, and the first thing he said was, "I'm talking to the new Black Power Ranger, baby!" And I lost my mind. And Brooklyn was in the room with me as well, and she was like jumping up and down on the couch, and she was so pumped, and it was just the best moment ever.
The fact that I can see that happen.
Why am I like crying at the imagination of Brooklyn's reaction for you? Because I'm like,
My mom has it recorded actually.
oh my god, you have to ask her to send it to you.
Yeah. I'll show you guys.
Like I'm literally tearing up thinking about Brooklyn's reaction for you. She's like honestly such a good hype man. Like for all of us, I can't even imagine for her own dad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's the best.
I do how Jordon was like, send it to the group chat. It's like, this is a team of people who has a group chat. You stay in touch all the time. It's so neat that you're all. Yeah, it's so neat. It's not like, when do we see each other? Oh, we get together at cons because we have to. No, yeah, that's so neat. Campbell's got his mic up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll keep it really quick. So, like I said earlier, I wasn't going to audition for Dino Fury. I'd done, years of villains, and I was happy, and I loved Scrozzle. I thought I've done my duty for King and Country, and exactly,
Why you didn't audition for Dino Fury?
And I wasn't going to audition for it, and then I found out at the last minute Simon Bennett, the producer, he insisted that I audition for Slyther, and I proceeded to give 3 of the worst auditions I have ever given in my life. I am so ashamed of them. I'm so embarrassed. They're on my YouTube channel. And I suddenly is like, the casting director was like, nope, you got to come up with something new. So I had 4 seconds to come up with the new voice, and that was the one that got me cast. And I didn't even like that. So when they called and said, you got it, I was like, why does this keep happening to me?
Can you give us a little snippet of Slyther? I miss him.
Of Slyther? Oh,
If it doesn't take long.
No, not a problem. Gold star for you. And let me just say, I think Slyther, that fight at the end of Dino Fury, I'm amazed. That was one of the most awesome fights I've ever seen.
I'm hyper, sorry. Oh my god, I loved it. I'm so hyper.
I wanted you to flip the table.
Give me after this panel, let me know. I've never flipped the table.
I love how she's like, let me know if you need a table flipped.
I have a similar story to Campbell, where I also didn't want to audition. The reason being was I didn't want. It wasn't that. It was just that I was told the character that you're auditioning for will have prosthetics, and I just worked on a show called The Shannara Chronicles. And I don't know if anybody's seen that. Yeah, and so I was for that show. I was 3 hours makeup, prosthetics in the morning, 2 hours in the afternoon, and I was just like, I'm not doing any more prosthetics, thank you. So when they said, okay, we want you to audition for this role, there will be prosthetics, I was like, no, I'm not doing any more of that. And then of course Simon Bennett, the producer, also insisted that I audition. And I'd worked with Simon before on a show called The Almighty Johnsons. And so I had a lot of time and respect for Simon. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll do it. And and then the character ended up changing. Initially, it was some weird lion character, some animal character that I was auditioning for. And then
A lion as my dad?
yeah, it was just I don't know.
That's interesting.
No, it was like it was just a different,
Maybe it was a different character.
I think it was early in the process, so they were still figuring out what the character was.
Fair.
And and so I auditioned, and then of course got asked to audition again, and came back, and then I got the part, and I was like, okay, cool. Is there any prosthetics still? They're like, no. I was like, oh yes, thank you so much. Well, there was the Rathconian antennae.
Did you get that?
Yeah, I did.
Sure.
But that was only for the flashback scene where we give you a way to pop up.
I only got them once too.
Just once, huh? Must be nice.
I wanted to be a real Rathconian.
That's fair.
Okay?
But if you did it as much as me, you might not say the same thing. It was a lot. I'm just saying it was a lot. I'm so glad that we all got to do it, though.
They looked really weird in real life too. They looked so strange on Russell's
They looked like Barbie doll legs.
They did. I'm sorry. They looked so strange.
All right, guys. Please give it up for the cast of Power Rangers Cosmic Fury! The last thing I want to do is bring this panel to an end, because this is one of the greatest groups of Rangers that we've ever had, and they will all be at their tables answering questions, and I know we didn't do too many because they've got the best of stories and they're the best. We are going to have this group do a couple of things. We're going to do a group photo up here, and everybody stick around the Instagram. Bye, Hunter. Woo. We love you guys. It's more fun time. And what we're going to do, it's going to be a twofold scenario here. We're going to have these guys do the Power Ranger morph. They're going to morph for you guys, those who want to. Nobody has to, but for our Ranger board site, and it's going to be really cool. It's even better when you don't practice it. And I think it is. It's more fun. And then we're going to have the audience come up and do a group photo in front of the stage. So they'll stand and they'll be here, and it'll be great. So that's what we'll do first. So it's morphin' time, Tessa. You're up first.
All by myself.
No, by yourself, yeah. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
I do not consent. No.
No.
Boundaries. No. We can do it together though.
let's have you do the morphin first, so that because they'll come up for the photo. So anybody who wants to ranger up, if you will.
Wait, Jackie's here. We should do cosmic.
Oh, duh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, please, guys. Yeah, please.
I love you. It's morphin time. I know. Wait. Come here. Can we all just huddle? You can sit down.
What a change. I love the rehearsal.
Yes, okay.
It's readable.
Yeah! Woo! Just literally falls on the ground. Okay. Are we doing it up here then?
Might have more trees on the ground.
Back up.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god, there's so many cameras on
I have one stack.
Look at this!
Look, can someone film this? This is crazy. I'm terrified. Stagger over. Sorry if this isn't fit, Fern.
About to morph, guys!
Let's go! Alright, you can see everyone? It's morphin' time! Cosmic Orb! Lead to morphin' grid!
You guys are amazing. Please give it up one more time for the Cosmic Fury Power. Yeah, come back up to the top, would you, for a group photo again, and that's perfect. And then the audience will come forward to be part of that magic. I'm going to come up on the stage with you, my friends. God, what a great group of Rangers. This is so cool.
Get up there quick. I see you need a phone. Down low.
So audience, come forward, be up at the front right there, and it's going to be a Rangerstop group activity. For you guys, let's stand in the back. I'd like you guys, the Power Rangers, stand as well, if you feel like it, whatever is more comfortable for you. Denise, you can be in the picture. Tony, you can be in the picture. I'm in the picture.
No,